I'm Grace Mary Mugasa, the Minister of State for Public Service and the former mayor of Hoima, but an ex-official member of Parliament. I'm very grateful to this government and more especially to His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for I am a beneficiary of the affirmative action. I became a mayor when we were 22 mayors and I was the only female mayor in the municipalities. At the moment, I will take you through the journey of Ministry of Public Service. In the recent past, I joined this ministry in June 2021, just right after COVID. The mandate of this ministry is providing strategic, managerial and leadership in the matters of human resources in Uganda's public service. And it does enabling policies, systems and structures to lead the continuous development of the human resources in the public service of Uganda. It has a vision. This vision is provide a public that is affordable, a public service that is affordable, that is efficient and accountable in steering rapid economic growth and social transformation of this country. We also have a mission to provide human resource policies, management systems and structures that facilitate the effective public service performance for national development and improve the quality of life in Uganda. We have had several activities in this ministry. Recruitment, though it has another arm. Recruitment is undertaken by the Public Service Commission that does the mainstream public service recruitment, but we also have Education Service Commission, we have the Judicial Service Commission, we also have the Health Service Commission. They are specific to those ministries, but we also have UPDF, then we also have Police Authority and Prisons Authority. They do their recruitment. But also other government authorities and agencies do their own recruitment using their other methods of advertisement. But this ministry basically does the structures and the policies and streamlining the human resource management in the country. And it also goes ahead to manage pensions and gratuity for those people who have served well in government and have clocked the age of 60. But these days, this element was also decentralized because of the tedious work and keeping all those files. By that time, we did not have enough of the computer systems. So these days, the management of salaries, management of the payroll, management of pensions and gratuities managed at a decentralized level in the ministries, in their departments and local governments. So it is a decentralized function. But whenever you have any challenge, you are always called upon to appeal to Ministry of Public Service because we have a fully fledged human resource compensation department which can help you through. And what have we achieved so far as Minister of Public Service? Over the years, government has recruited many staff. Formerly there were very few, but now we are around 430,000 Ugandans who are employed in the civil service. And the window is still open. We are recruiting more because also the universities, after liberalization of the economy, the universities are bringing in more human resource, which is competent and modern. So we are opening up the windows depending on the capacity to pay. Because sometimes we have challenges of the wage bill. We cannot accommodate everybody, and these days we want to enhance all the salaries of our public servants. So we are doing it slowly and consciously. And under the NDP3 has given us a pillar of public sector transformation, whereby we want to have a whole of government approach and give services in a seamless manner, whereby we are not working in silos. So that's why we want to make sure we transform our public service. And one of the pillars is rationalization. Under rationalization, we want to cut expenditure. We want to work in a seamless manner to avoid silos, whereby all of us are reducing expenditure so that we can direct that money to direct service delivery. Because of recent, you would find agencies being created, they determine their own salary, and they have created a lot of disparity in the salary standards of the country. So under that, we have rationalized 68 agencies, and we will rationalize even ministries to make sure we streamline the standards, but also reduce on the expenditure so that we can plow that money into service delivery. It is one of the major activities that we are undertaking to make sure we reduce on public expenditure. Then about public sector transformation, we are looking also into capacity building of our people, reorienting them, and re-engineering the system. So we want to re-engineer the business, how we do business in government, because sometimes there is no corporate governance, but now we want to streamline and re-engineer how we do business in government in terms of human resource and service delivery. And we have had several challenges. These challenges are rotating around money, availability of funds. Funds are not enough to recruit many people at a go, and yet the market is full of many job seekers who would have loved to work in government, but we don't have enough funds to recruit very many people at a go. Then we also have another challenge whereby people who want to work for government are not very committed. They are not very committed. They don't want to spend the 8 hours because we have to pay you. We have to pay you, but also work. There should be value for money. You find some other people are moonlighting. Instead of working in the health center, they give it only 2 hours. They go in their own special clinics. They don't work properly. So we want to intensify inspection. We want to intensify inspection, but also have new other policies to make sure our pay is equals the output. And some of our staff, more especially the permanent secretaries, are working on contract basis. Depending on performances when we renew the contract. But I think even some other people below them, maybe 2 or 3, should also be established on contract. Because if we don't do that, the output of the permanent secretary who is working on contract terms may not come out properly in terms of performance. Because people under her or under him are on permanent and pensionable terms, so they are relaxed. And we feel that is also another challenge. Then another challenge is about salary enhancement. Everybody is feeling the pinch of inflation, but at the moment we don't have money to enhance everybody at a go. That's why we are also making an appeal that people should be very patient. And we really want to thank them for being patient, because inflation started some time back and they have gone through COVID. But we are grateful to government that even through COVID, our government servants were paid throughout, and yet they were working from home. And some of them were not even working at all. That is the beauty of working in government. Government has very good terms. That's why you see everybody wants to join government. It has very good terms. It is the best employer. But some people are taking it for granted that if I'm permanent and pensionable, therefore I'm relaxed. And sometimes people even mention that. They say, you know, for me, I'm permanent and pensionable. I'm relaxed. But we need to change our attitude towards work and towards service delivery, because we have to pay what you have worked for. Because that is a form of corruption. If we give you money and you don't work, it is a form of corruption. And we are fighting to make sure we get rid of corruption in any form. Therefore, that is also one of the challenges. Another challenge is about recruitment. Some people have not been honest to the recruitment process. They just want to be fixed. Some people fear to compete. They put politicians on pressure. They want their children to be fixed instead of going through the right processes. And even some of the processes we think are right, some of them are not moving well. We have noted this, that some people are not honest to government. Instead of recruiting people according to merit, some of them have gone into nepotism. They want to recruit their relatives. They want to recruit their in-laws. And they want to recruit the sons and daughters of the soil. And yet, when they are advertising, they say that for suitably qualified Ugandans. Therefore, we need to have a public service that is all-embracing, that is effective, and has quality people who are delivering these services. Because if you continue recruiting maybe according to your clan, recruiting according to who gave you money, because of recent, some people we've noted are selling jobs. I was complaining even throughout that they have opened supermarkets where they tag each job with a price, which is very unfortunate for our young people and the parents, of course, and for the service. Because those people who have money are going to buy their way through. They will buy their way through and join service. But what are they going to give us in return? That kind of behavior is killing the spirit of competition, the spirit of people who have excelled to join service, and they stay there languishing. So it is also a challenge which we are working on slowly, and we will establish who is doing what, and then we will apprehend whoever is selling a job. But people need to whistle blow. The problem is when they whistle blow, they don't want to give us testimony. They don't want to be witnesses. Therefore, it becomes difficult for us to continue with the process of apprehending them. Then we also have another challenge, rationalization, where some people are not in for rationalization because they have a feeling that they are being deprived of their jobs, they are being deprived of their salary, they are being deprived of everything. But the beauty about rationalization, they are merging, they are transferring, they are abolishing some of the entities that are no longer very useful to this country are being abolished because they stay on and on. They create expenditure lines which are not beneficial to this country. And another beauty about it, the human resource is retained. More especially those who are professionals are being retained. Those who will not be retained will be paid their severance package, and they might start up other businesses and also survive. Now, what is the role of women? The role of women in this country. If you check the population of Uganda, except maybe of recent, the women are fewer than the youth. But even among the youth, they are women. Because the moment you clock 16, you are already in the bracket of women. I want to applaud His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I want to applaud this government of NRM. And whoever has made a contribution towards the emancipation and empowerment of women. As I told you earlier, I'm a beneficiary of the affirmative action of this country because in leadership, we were nowhere to be seen. We are not supposed to deliberate. We are not supposed to make decisions. But I can't thank government enough for allowing women. It is a big population actually. It was a wasted human resource. But now it is very, very vibrant. That's why you see many women in leadership positions, in management, in administration, in entrepreneurship. Even women are helping their husbands in their household incomes. Many women are engaged in business. They are hustling. So I'm very grateful to government. I'm particularly grateful to His Excellency because he really respects women. He upholds us. The Vice President is a woman. The Prime Minister is a lady. The Speaker is a lady. When you check among the permanent secretaries, we have several women. When you check in agencies, we have very many women leading. Now, this government has gone ahead to empower us economically by introducing the Women Fund. We are benefiting from the Women Fund, and many women have created groups. They have formed their own groups. They have formed their own entrepreneur groups, and they are benefiting from this fund. But they are also benefiting from other funds, the Myoga Fund. They make sure they are supposed to benefit from there. All the affirmative action people are supposed to benefit. The Myoga funds, we are benefiting from youth livelihood, but this one was now amalgamated into Parish Development Model. We are also benefiting from Parish Development Model because we have our 30% in the Parish Development Model. This government has gone ahead to allow us to get loans even when we don't have collateral. We are getting loans even when we don't have collateral because we are still a little disadvantaged because many women don't own land. But we are slowly breaking that glass ceiling. And many women have started owning property. They have started owning land. So we are moving. We are moving. We are very grateful to government. The future plans for this ministry, we want to continue, more especially galvanizing the civil service, making sure we have competent human resource in this country. We want to emphasize inspections, monitoring, supervision of our human resource. We want to make sure we even monitor those who are recruiting so that we can have equity, so that everybody can benefit from this government depending on their capabilities, not depending on how much they pay, not depending on who is who, but we want to make sure we do it equitably. And we are again using human resource to make sure we support socio-economic transformation of this country through recruitment of parish chiefs and empowering them with capacity building. We have our Civil Service College here in Jinja, which is under here, this ministry. We want to strengthen it to make sure they do caravan trainings, even in-house trainings, because we want to have to extend our facility so that people can have accommodation in Jinja. They can maybe spend there 2 weeks, tailor-made courses. We also want to strengthen online courses for our staff to make sure they move with the modern trends. We also want to go much into e-management. We use our computer to do research. We use our computer to do many things so that we can slowly perfect our human resource management. We've noticed that in some entities, they are ghost workers. When you continuously pay people who are non-existent, people who are not delivering any service, because sometimes you can do a quick analysis or maybe do random check. You can call Fred Rwabga here. You parade Fred Rwabga here. You will not see Fred Rwabga, but he's accessing the payroll and all the documents are there. So what we are going to do here, we are going to check code by code, salary code, check code by code, do a check properly, analyze who is doing what and who is receiving what, and make sure we streamline our payroll. And we have a system which is HMC. That HMC is going to help us to make sure we eliminate all the ghosts that are existing in the payroll. Then another forward will be to continuously do inspections, as I said, to make sure we do political monitoring and we do check outs all the time, random checks in the service commissions, because Public Service Commission of Kampala here is the Central Service Commission, and all other district service commissions fall under Public Service Commission. We shall work together with the Ministry of Local Government to make sure we go to local governments and do random checks, do supervision, and also do technical backstopping, because we'll be going with our technical teams. And we would like to also call upon other stakeholders in the private sector, religious leaders, civil society organizations, to work with us very closely to make sure they do whistleblowing where they see that something is not going well, and they should be able to stand with us, because if service delivery is not done properly, then they are also affected. Those other people are affected. Therefore, we need to work together. But we also want to appeal to the private sector, more especially those who are industrializing, those who are in real estate. They should help government to make sure they absorb these students who are coming out of the university and give them jobs as well. But we want also to work together to make sure the standard is also moving well as public service. We have several partners. Of course, we have even other development partners we work with. For example, in capacity building, we work with the Enable Uganda. We have worked in inspection, we have worked with the European Union. Now we are also going to work with the World Bank to make sure we extend our capacity building facility in Jinja and work on inspection. They are facilitating us quite a lot. We want to thank them. UNDP, UNESCO, they have all worked with us. I want to thank our media fraternity, because of recent we have worked very closely to publicize the ministry, to make sure our programs appear in the media. We have worked together in rationalization, and I want to appeal to our media fraternity to continue coming to us. We tell them our mandate. They should ask several questions so that we can clear in the eyes of public. We want to thank you very much, UBC, for giving us this opportunity. But I want to appeal to people out there to support UBC. UBC is our national television. We even have several radio stations. And UBC is the mother of media in the country. Because when their mast goes off, almost everybody is affected. Therefore, we should support UBC. We should bring business. We should do broadcast using UBC. And even government agencies should come and advertise, give talk shows to UBC, and pay them some bit of money, because they also incur expenses. Even we as government entities, we have to support our own. So I want to thank you very much for working for government as UBC. And about Women's Day. We are about to go to Women's Day. Today is the 23rd of February. We are about to close the month because it has only 28 days. But thereafter we shall go to March, where we will celebrate the International Women's Day. It is always celebrated in March, and it is our day indeed, a day of a mother. A day of a mother of this nation, of the world. We have to celebrate mothers. And we want to thank our partners, the men, because if they were not supporting us, some of us would not be here. We want to thank the men for supporting us, standing with us. And these days, continuously, I see men supporting women because they have also noticed that they are good managers. If you can manage a home, why can't you manage even elsewhere? So I want to thank the men who are always supporting us. In cabinet, I want to assure you, people who are out there, the men are supporting us in cabinet. Because there is no board, there is no authority, there is no commission that will be approved without the two quota of women. The quota of women is always there. So we want to thank you because we are everywhere in the decision-making bodies of this country. We also, again, want to thank His Excellency the President for elevating women, for loving women, for supporting women. And indeed, he respects women. I want to thank him very much. I want to thank the First Lady because she also advocates for the rights of women and she wants us to be virtuous women in this country. In fact, I want to appeal to women out there not to abuse the freedoms that we are given by our husbands, our men. Because some women are supported, but when they get some bit of money, when they get to higher positions, they relegate their home duties. They also want to behave like women. I mean like men. And a woman will always be a woman. Remain in your lane, and the man should also remain in their lane, and we should respect each other. We should be complementing each other in terms of income, because some women normally say, Sente ya chikazi. Sente ya chikazi, and they keep it very far. Even when a man has a need, they don't want to give. They have a feeling that it is only a man who is supposed to pay for everything. But if we can, why can't we work together and make sure we improve their livelihoods? I want to thank my Minister, Honorable Muruli Mukasa Atuoki, for the leadership of this ministry and for orienting me into the ministry. I want to thank the Permanent Secretary, Catherine Tarakwate Msingwire, and all the commissioners and the staff of Ministry of Public Service for the work well done. I want to thank Public Service Commission and all other service commissions for recruiting our human resource. Thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president. She is the hope of our community. And as a community leader, I will talk to others about how we must protect her against child marriage and teenage pregnancy because it affects us all. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from pregnancy. Because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sauti 116.
The Uganda Water and Environment Week is back. Join us as we deliver value internally and externally by promoting a multinational integrated approach that links all sectors of water and environment and also explore and deliberate on the water and environment resources to climate resilience. The week commemorates 3 sector days of World Water Day, World Forestry Day, and World Meteorological Day. The Uganda Water and Environment Week will take place from 12th to 17th March 2023 at the Ministry of Water and Environment headquarters campus in Luzira under the theme Water and Environment for Climate Resilient Development.
Uganda Water and Environment Week is organized by Ministry of Water and Environment through the Water Resources Institute with support from development partners.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions, and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number, and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it?
Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera, refrain from unnecessary engagement with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Rearing rabbits is among the important agriculture practices in the country due to